Good morning, grasshoppers. How are you? Lovely to see you today. My name is RJ Redden. And if you don't know me, entrepreneurs hire me to skyrocket their engagement because most feel like they're shouting into a black hole, can't get any traction online to save their lives, and they end up a carbon copy of everybody else. So, I create legendary experiences online that get people to click that button, connect with you, and convert like crazy. Bottom line, I am on a mission to get 1 million people to join the engagement marketing revolution. And today, let's have you join us, shall we? Today, we're going to talk about something that I don't know that you can do. I don't know that most people know that they can do this particular thing online. So I'm here to demonstrate on a little thing that I've been working on. And I've been working on with myself and a number of clients, and that is putting a course online. Now, if you think about regular courses, if you think about normally what you'll see in Thinkific or Teachable or wherever you decide to go, Udemy, what you'll see there is a stack of videos that you go through one by one. Maybe there's also occasionally some other things included, maybe some worksheets or something like that. There's usually a place where you can ask questions. But the tough thing about most of these classes is either you look at the stack of videos and boom, it becomes overwhelming. And a lot of people have that experience. Or you look at the email that has been sent to you once you register for a course. Now, and I've sent these emails myself. You've signed up for a course. Now there's 87 things you got to do. Now there's, you got to click here. You got to join the Facebook group. You got to report your homework over here. Your coach is over here. There are just 1,000 billion things that need to be done. It's overwhelming. And it's really rough. It's really rough for course creators because what they've done is they have, with our powers on the internet, right? We have great powers. With great power comes great responsibility, but we have great powers online to create anything that we want usually. It's just that when we create those awesome class and coaching experiences, what we end up doing is we end up spreading the information out into a lot of places. And we try as we might try to gather all of that information into one place. It's well nigh impossible. I think that's the first time I've used the word nigh on this show. So celebrate. Anyway, it's pretty impossible to design something that is really full featured and will teach your clients well. It's hard to get that all in one manageable, simple looking interface. That's the problem. You can design a class that has a really simple interface where people can get to all the things that they need very quickly. However, you're going to be staying in the world of posting videos for people and hoping that they watch them. So you can either have a simple interface for your class that kind of only does one thing, or you can create that beautiful VIP experience where they're going to want to sign up for the next class and the next class. But the problem is everything's scattered. We got some stuff in Google Docs. We got some stuff over here in the email. We've got a link to some Zoom meetings that we need to put on our calendar over here. It's pretty maddening. Most of the time, what people do to try to solve this problem is that they will take an email and do email reminders for people. And while that can be helpful, it also has a very low open rate. Even for things that people have paid for. Listen, My coach, Jane M. Powers, she has this awesome program that I'm involved in. And here's the thing. She told me that her email response rate when she sends out reminders is about 16% for something that people have paid a lot of money for. Why is that? Listen, if you went to a store and you bought, let's say, a new Mac computer, just because I like Macs, I'm an Apple girl, right? Somebody goes and buys a computer, or they buy a phone, or they buy a something, and then they only ever and then maybe they just get 16% of the product when they buy it. People would go insane, right? Hey, you just gave me part of a phone. I want the whole phone. I want it all. Um, people would never dream of giving you 16% of the digital product or the physical product you just bought. But digital products happens all the time. So we've got this huge conundrum. Do we create something super cool for people and give them a million places to go get it? Or do we create something super dead simple, but then doesn't really give them the VIP experience that we want to give them? Well, my darlings, my friends, and my grasshoppers, I mean, whichever category you want to report in, there is a solution and it's better. Put it all in a bot. Put it all in a bot. With the tools that chatbots have, I can track exactly where my students are. I know exactly when they last signed in. I know when my bot needs to go remind them that they haven't been in a while. I can put all my videos there. I can put every exercise for my class there. I can check on where somebody is at and how they're doing with the click of a few buttons. I'm right there. I can pay attention to where they're at, and I can help them and I can encourage them when they're maybe feeling low. I can ask them, if they have questions. I can do 90% of that automatically within the bot. So, would you like to see? I'm going to pull back the curtain here, and I'm going to show you a couple of the things that I have built. One is something that I built to give people the concept of what I'm talking about. And then I'm going to show you the thing that is actually live. So, my friends, let us. One moment, please. Processing. Processing. All right, now I am going to go ahead and make myself a bit smaller so that y'all can see. It's right there. All right. So what I've done here is I've taken the basics class that I have, the bot basics. This is just concepts of bot. This is not this is not the technical half of anything at all. You don't need anything to, you don't need a computer program to build a bot to take this class. This is all of the foundational concepts that you need to write a really great, interactive, engaging chatbot. So what I did was I sat and I thought of what would be a great representation of this little world. What would be a great analogy that I could use? Because here's one of the problems that people have. I learned this from Marisa Murgatroyd. I took her class last year in engagement marketing. And what I learned was that people often forget, they get off track where they are in a class. They just are there, you got a stack of videos in the side, but which one did you leave off on? Good luck. You got to go find it now. It's a whole thing where people do better when you give them a little map. And if you look at several of the games that you may or may not play on your phone or your computer, a lot of times the games will give you this overview map so that you can see where you need to go next. And you can see how much of this trail you have left. You can see these things, and it is much easier to act on. It's much easier to act on when you know the road. When the road is just constant and it always looks like the same thing, and it's always, okay, I got a ton of videos to watch here, it discourages people. When you give people a trail to follow and you put Reese's Pieces down for them, you got a whole different engagement story happening. So this is a map that I created. I created it using Incarnate, which is a dungeon master's tool, actually. I created Spinning Dragon's Island. My brand is Spinning Dragon. That is my avatar. She talks to you in my bot. She sends you emails. She is my digital ninja assistant. And this is her island. Of course, I've picked out some Asian architecture to put on it. I've put cherry blossom trees. It's got a little theme about it, and that's more about world building. We'll discuss that in another time. But I wanted to build a little world where you could travel. Now, think back to Angry Birds, few years ago, or maybe they even still do it. I had to quit Angry Birds because of a little addiction problem. Anyway, so they give you, when you start a little game, they give you this map, and they give you they give you a little path to follow. So let's do that here. So we've got a little path that Spinning Dragon is following. Now, this is a linear class. What do I mean by that? I mean that each module builds on the last one. So in this class, I lead you from module to module to module because it's really important. And you would do stuff like that. And if you think about it like math class, you got to know how to add before you know how to multiply. At least that's true for most people. So they teach addition first, right? This is that kind of class. I'm pointing at it, but it's on the wrong side. I need to mirror myself. Anyway, this is that type of class. There are also other types of classes where you have what I would call an explorable world, where you can put people in and say, hey, anywhere you want to go, you can go explore right now. And people like that as well. And that's much more of an exploration and discovery experience. That is not, a freight train where you sit everybody down and you take everybody through all the stations. Sometimes it's a better learning experience, depending on the material and depending on the teacher. It really is a better learning experience, but this one's linear. So I have Spinning Dragon here going along a path. This is the Design Dojo, which is the first stop in your foundation bot course. And this first stop here, you've got some videos to watch. They're short, and each of them has a little Q&A afterwards. Now, why am I doing that? Well, I want people to be able to cement things into their heads. And I also know how entrepreneurs work. We're busy. All right. I might be able to take some time every day, like maybe before my crazy bunch of work starts, to carve out some time to learn things. But I don't ever have a lot of time. Okay. And so I want people to get things, to get my courses in small bites so that they can just do it consistently, go along the way, and there you go. So 5-minute videos at the most. And then we've got some key concepts that I go over and ask some questions about and ask people to write some things down. And then we go, to the next video in that module. Every module is 5 to 7 videos. Try not to make them more than that. Because honestly, when you look at how many videos you have to watch for a class, sometimes don't you go, oh, that's a problem. That's a design problem, my friends. That's a design problem. So here we are. Design Dojo. Once you and you get every time you watch a video on screen, you're gonna get kudos, gonna get accolades. You're gonna get that little endorphin pat on the back that games also provide us. Gaming being a $1 billion industry right now is not an accident. They know some things that we don't know. So we're going to apply those things. That's what we're going to do because we're smart. We're smart entrepreneurs. Anyway, past the design dojo, you get a little level up, you get a little certificate, and then you get to go to the next module. Now, for me, I've designed the level ups also in a way that helps me to communicate to that person. You are now something you weren't 20 minutes ago. You are now a white belt. You're now a yellow belt. You know, these are the privileges that comes with. And give them more. Give them more. As a result of what they've just done, give them something. Give them some goodies. Listen, you all, and I know that this is true, you all create content like there's no tomorrow. I do it too. I do it kind of because I love it. I really can't get over the sound of my own voice. Anyway, y'all have some content out there. Why not give people some extra little content, some extra bonus every time they finish something? Maybe that bonus is as simple as a little video from you saying, "Hey, that was awesome." Maybe it's a bonus content in the form of a checklist, or maybe it's in the form of an ebook. Whatever it is, I know you've got enough content out there to make this happen. So, when you give people that little level up, make sure you give some people something else too. Those little pats on the back, those little endorphin hits, push people forward. So, the rest of this little map I'm going to go over in my event that I am holding. Actually, it is a week from today, and the sign up is going across the bottom of me right now. It's skyrocketlive.com. Free, everybody. Sign up for this thing. It is going to be an all-day experience. We're going to start at 10 Central. We're going to round up 4-ish Central, depending. And it is going to be really, really exciting. I am working on the materials right now. It's going to be a journey, people. We're going to learn a lot about gamification in that live event. So show up. Anyway, back to the presentation here. I'll show that again later too, because I realized it was a little bit small. This is the journey that I want to take people on. For me, I want to make every step of the journey that you're looking at right now, I want to make every step of this something that is interesting and exciting. I want to make every choice that people have taking this class something that both is valuable for them and it teaches me something about my students. I cannot know enough about my students. That's it. I cannot know enough about them. I cannot care enough about the journey that they are going on right now. Because the more I design that journey, the more flexible that journey is for them so they can take whatever path they want. That is where they're going to get the best experience and where I'm going to get more information on what this person considers valuable. Because you see, let me get big for this because this is big. I gotta get big for this one. This is something that I can't say enough. When the bot isn't the end of everything, everybody. It's just not. It's not where I close the door and go, okay, everything's good now. You've learned everything that you need to do. Go forth and build a chatbot. You know what? Maybe in the middle of this class I have here behind me, maybe in the middle of that, they'll go, you know what? My lead generation, whoops, I don't have a whole lot of that. Maybe they'll think of something that they have at the top of the funnel or the top of the client journey, the beginning or the end of the client journey, and they'll think, I need extra stuff. You know what? I've got people, I've got partners. I've got people that I can refer people to. But if I don't know what they're thinking during that journey, if I haven't paid attention to what choices that they're making or what value they're getting, maybe they're going to get terrible value and they're going to want to walk away. And then, yeah, I've sold them a class, but what does it matter if I haven't created a relationship? You know what I'm saying? If I haven't created that relationship and I haven't been able to help them, even if that topic isn't mine. Listen, I know a lot of people in the digital marketing world. I know a lot of people who create success continually for other people. I usually invite them on to do webinars. I usually invite them on to do this show. So you know who they are. But wouldn't it be an awesome thing to not only lead more people through your class, but take care of them along the journey? Make sure they're not alone. You know what I'm saying? This is a concept I'm getting across this today. Well, I don't know if I'm getting it across. You guys will tell me. Anyway, I'm going to make myself smaller again. If I can't, well, no, that's invisible. Smaller. Well, that's that one. I'll do that. Okay. Anyway, so I'm going to be showing the rest of that during the live event, which is going to be 1 week from today. And now I would like to switch to something else entirely. Now, this is the actual bot interface of what's happening when people are going through. I just showed you kind of the prototype and how I explain it to people. And now what you're seeing is an actual representation of what a class in a bot looks like. So this one's real simple. I'm not going to go into a whole lot of craziness with this because, we don't have a whole lot of time in our lives. But let me see. There we go. I've moved myself so that you can see the bot better. So at the beginning of Spinning Dragons Island that we looked at a second ago, there's a part where people are hanging out at the docks. They've just arrived. During the hang out at the dock phase, I have a lot of resources available to people. I've got some bonus extra resources that they can go through before they take the class. I have also all of those things that people need to do, just telling them, okay, the telling them about all of the resources that they have available and how to access them. Bonus, they can access all of the resources for the class right here in the bot. Love that. I do too. So here's what it actually looks like. Let me grab my my cursor over here. So ready to begin your journey? I am ready. And now Spinning Dragon's going to introduce herself. This is her tour. This is the tour guide, right? This is who's going to be bringing you through this class. There's a little picture of the docks. You've just arrived in. Once you've completed your induction, we'll be ready to set off for the design dojo. And then it's saying your induction is complete and you're now ready to begin your training. So to enter the little dojo here, I have got a couple of options. I've got enter the dojo, which will take you into the videos. And I've also got, I have a question. Hey, put this I have a question wherever and whenever. Here's the problem. Here's the problem with a lot of those big course platforms is that they just don't allow a whole lot of choice. And what they're like is like, it's like, okay, hey, I've built a house for you and you've got to go find the room that you can ask questions in. You've got to go find the room that, you know, it's appropriate to do this activity in. What the bot does is it brings all of those activities to you and says, what do you want to do? So rather than somebody building a house for you and then letting you stumble your way through it to find the stuff, it's sitting down in a restaurant like in the before times. Listen, kids, restaurants will be open again soon. I just want to give you a little hope here. And soon meaning I don't know when, but soon, damn it. Anyway, it's like sitting down at a restaurant and a waiter coming up to you and offering you a menu and saying, hey, what would you like what do you want to do right now? That's the difference. That's the difference. And in the engagement factor, it makes all the difference in the world. It makes all the difference in the world. So in short, put I have a question there and enter the dojo. Now, the show's running on a little long and I got an appointment in about 4 minutes. So I'm going to get bigger again. Let's see if I remember how to do this. I swear to you that I do. Oh, that's right. Boop. Gonna get bigger again. Also going to show you where to sign up again. Now, here's the deal. This is an entirely different way to think about your classes. This is an entirely different way to start to think about engaging with your clients in a way that is just completely different. Some people don't like completely different. That's okay. It's okay. What I want to do is give people a choice. What I want to do is say, hey, do you want to do this the same old way? Or would you like better access to resources, accountability, question answering, and all that? If you have people that you're not sure if they would like something like this or not, just go ahead and give them a choice. Put it both places. See which one's more popular. A/B testing. A tried and true thing. Give people a choice, see where they want to go, build on where they want to go. So, my friends, it's right about time for me to wrap up. Sorry, I got a little, deep in there, but I want to show you all the possibilities. I want to make sure that you know what's out there. It's much, much more than what you've ever seen. It is, it's even impossible to know it all at this point. So thanks for joining me today. We're going to have more for you tomorrow. Also, please do check out a webinar that my friend John Ainsworth is having tomorrow with my folks. And if you're on my email list, and you probably are, you've already gotten your registration you've already gotten your opportunity to register. Just want to say that's going to be an awesome masterclass, and I cannot wait to see what he says about all of the, he has been doing digital marketing forever, and it's pretty amazing. Hey, MJ, good to see you. Very good. And Teresa, always good to see you as well. Thanks for joining me today. We're going to have lots more on this same bot channel. And that's it for me today. I have got to run, and I will see you in a bot.